Hi everybody, little intro before showing directly the unit of today. You have this little page. I create this little page to allow for beginners, if you want, to know each terms we are watching, we are describing directly on the video. So if you don't know what is a sleep mode, what is a quantize, what is a time stretch, master tempo, etc., feel free to click on this link you have in the description, en.djstuff.fr/tips, TEPS, and you are going directly on page and you have every step for a beginner or more than beginner to know every kind of if you want to plug your cable directly on your speaker, how to make a heat session, how to make DVRS, etc. in good conditions. You have everything and you have whole functions directly on each link. So feel free to click on this link and see every technique you want to see. Today we are looking at the brand new XDJ-XZ from Pioneer DJ. So it's the brand new standalone unit. There is a lot of things to say for this video, so I will make a main video for this video for today, and I will make little video about performance mode in Rekordbox, video mode and DVS mode, because you will see there is a lot of things to say, and each day you will have a new video with each functions that I say previously. So first we are going to see what inside the mixer, what inside the deck part and the Pro DJ link. So USB with USB thumb, hard drive, or directly on your computer. So first, let's go to the navigation. If you want to see how you can manage your USB key, if you don't want to have problems, feel free to see in the page I've said in the intro of this video. You have a video how to export your library, etc., directly on the USB key and don't have any problem. So feel free to see this video. So when you put your key, you have two USB ports. The first one is to show your track, change your track. The second one, you can choose your track and record your mix, the master of your mix. So it's very cool. It's like the XDJ RX2. So first, USB 1. So USB 1 here. You can take your settings directly from Rekordbox. The Rekordbox put in the USB key your settings for your unit. So you can say that you don't want vinyl mode, you want to be sync, you want to have deck quantize, you want to have the screen with this illumination or not, etc. So you can make your own settings for your unit or another unit if you go to a bar or a club or something like that. The playlist is like over CDJ and XDJ. You can show everything like playlist, track, BPM, etc. You can go on a playlist if you want, for example, this one, and you can sort every track by BPM, by key, artist, album, etc. Everything you can set everything in Rekordbox before if you want. So you can, if you have maybe here BPM in key and you want artist or something like that, you can adjust it to set it and have those configuration directly inside. Of course, in the same playlist, you can have the same as CDJ and XDJ RX2, the track filter. You can edit it with a long push. When you edit it, you can sort by BPM, check the key, the rating, the color. You can have your own tag directly in the comment of each track, and you can, for example, I don't know, but choose, you see your best track, you put plus or plus, and you have maybe 200 track directly here. So you check plus, for example, you push once on track filter, you have only 20 track if you want the best track you have. So it's that. I return to my demo playlist and I take my 2 track from my friend Gaidz. The 2 track are inside the description. It's Mr. Robots and Trittico. You can see it in the Triptyk album from Gaidz. So let's see the mixer part. So you have trim control, of course. You have after the trim control, so be sure not put your meters and your sound every time you see in the red part, so everything will be fine in the orange part. So it will prevent you from blow your unit for maybe in a long time, blow your speakers and destroy everything in your mix. You will have a lot of distortion, etc. So put everything on orange maximum. After you have equalizer, you can edit the equalizer in the mixer part of your unit, like here. So isolator or equalizer, normal equalizer. So isolator is minus infinite, the high, mid, low. The sound color FX, so like 900 Nexus 2 you can apply 6 FX space with a parameter. So first one space, you see you can set your parameter very easily to have the best parameter you want. Dub echo, sweep. So sweep FX is a gate on the left and a passband FX on the right. So gate, and on the right noise FX. So noise FX is like another source interface, so you don't have to have a track if you want, but you can do it with a track. And the level is here. Crush. So you can do a little crush, very beautiful crush like that, or a bigger one. And filter, and the parameter will be the resonance of the filter. So you can have no resonance, or without little resonance. Or big resonance like that. And every FX can be applied with the second part of the FX. After you will have your PFL part, your Q section if you want. So you can listen to every channel here. You can listen to the master here. We will see after, but the master is on the top right, not here. And you have the opportunity to listen to the Q section or master section. For example, this track is directly on the speaker, but I have to listen to this track on the right. So I listen to it. If I put more on the left here, I will listen to my next track. If I put in mix, I will have both of them, like if I go like that, with a track, of course. Oh. I will have something like that. And if I go on the right, I will have only the master, but I have to check the master first to set on. The level of your PFL, the Q section, every fader can be directly checked here with the curve, the crossfader 2 here. Oh, and I will take cut, for example. Oh, it's cut, okay. You have the switch. It's very important to know what are the switch, because you can, for the audio part, cut the music if you want. So if you are on A, it will cut on B. If you are on B, it will cut on A, or no cut. Why it's very important? Because when you mix some, we will see after in the week with the video part, when you mix a track with audio mode, it's not a problem. You can cut it if you want, no problem. But when you want to make some transformation with the video part of Rekordbox, you will have to do with this the crossfader. So you will have to cut the music with the fader and make your little transformation with the crossfader. We will see after with the second part with the video mode of performance from Rekordbox. You see there is 4 channels on the mixer, but the standalone part of the XDJ-XZ, it's only 2. So you can say that, oh, it's just only 2. Maybe the Prime 4 make 4, etc. In the history, in the mind of Pioneer, I don't know in English, but the DNA of Pioneer DJ is 1 deck, 1 track. You don't have to change the deck if you want to play another track, etc. You have 1 deck, 1 track. So it's the case here. And what is cool is the XDJ-XZ has a switch, an Ethernet switch in the connections. So you can easily put, for example, an XDJ 700 or a CDG 2000 Nexus 2, what you want, and you will have the Pro DJ link, you will have the sync part, and you will have your track on your USB key. We will see in the end of this video. So, no, it's not good for Pioneer DJ to have 2 decks on the same side. But if you use it directly, we will see in another video on Rekordbox DJ, the performance mode, you will see that you can check 4 decks. You can mix 4 decks directly on this unit. So if you want to have a phono input or line input, no problem. On the line 3 and line 4, you can choose between performance, DVS, etc., line in or phono in. So it's perfect to make some FX, record your mix with 2 turntables, etc. DVS, it's not a problem. We will see after in an additional video. And at the end of the mixer part, the FX on the right, the beat FX. So you have 2 methods to make those FX. You can choose your FX, the channel, the level, and push on, or you can directly just adjust the level and push the X pad here. You can have your FX here on the screen, but with the pad you can also put your playlist if you want and go directly on your pad. You can have the beat of your FX, it's not a problem. So we will see all the FX one by one. So delay, I have two methods to make delay. Some person like to put like this. But I prefer put my level on the maximum and put directly like that. You see? Like a little pass-pass, it's very good. And I put all frequency, yes, because you can choose your frequency on each FX you want to apply. For example, for echo, when you put an echo, maybe 1 bit, you see, with all frequencies is it's not very nice. So you can choose not to go to the low frequency. And it's better without. Ping pong allow you to make, you will listen to ping pong, not me because I have only one speaker, but ping pong goes on the left, on the right, etc. For some examples, it's very cool. After you will have the spiral. You can put the spiral in the same channel, but I prefer choose when the spiral is very good. I prefer choose directly to put it on another channel. Let me show you like that. And when it's cool, over channel, and I can set my and kill the FX like that. So I think it's better to do it, to take the sound and put it on another channel. Reverb, like always. Oh, I am in the end of the track. So if you want to apply the FX and have a fade FX, the feedback of the FX on line 1, on the line fader, you can put it on 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to cut with your crossfader, you have just to put the good side and it's the same. So no problem. Of course, every FX, you can apply FX on the aux, we will see after, on mic 1, 2 or 1 or 2, on crossfader, on master, of course. So after trance, pretty cool with dub echo and trance, etc. Filter with LFO, normal. Flanger and phaser, it's better to do it directly on the a little good part like that. And maybe not low. You see, it's better. Or phaser. Not a big part like that. No, it's too difficult to hear. The pitch allow you to make a pitch on every part you want. Sleep roll. Let me introduce the roll before and after sleep roll. Roll allow you to make a little loop, 1 bar, 2 bar, 1 beat, 2 beat, 1 bar, 4 beat if you want, half a beat, quarter beat, etc. And it takes the same moment in the track. So if you put 1, 2, half, etc., you will have the same beat. If you take sleep roll, we will see after, every time you push the pad, you will have another part of the track. Let me introduce. For example, with the other track. So, roll. You see? The same part. So it's cool. because I can put something like that, the rhythm, maybe like that, 2 bit, for example. Oh no, 1 bit, pardon. This part. Don't move this button here. Put on line 4, for example. And you can put this like that. Etc, etc. So you can put it directly on another channel. So it's pretty cool. But you can put it directly on the same channel if you want. Let's see, like that. I will put one. No. Etc. So you can make little trick very cool. And the slip roll is the same, but every time you will push, you will have another part of the track. It's pretty cool. The Vineyard Break, it's very cool because you can make a break directly on the pad, but you can decide when you want to break. You will see like that. Or you can decide directly here on the middle. But it's better with that because you can decide when you want to break. It's very cool. And the LX, I'm not sure I can do it really very clean, etc. because you have to practice very often the LX because it's very strange. But let's see if I try to make something cool. Yeah, I have to practice, but you see a little bit what you can do with it. So it was the FX directly in the beat part, and let's see the different level. You can put and set 2 mics if you want. So you have on off, you have the talk over, you have 2 trim control, EQ control, and a little feedback reducer like anti-Larsen in French, so feedback reducer. Well, get Mac Majo. Welcome from Ready to Go. You have the master part here. You can have a little EQ if you want, Maybe the beginning of the party, you don't have to have a lot of bass. For example, everybody is hitting something like that, so you can put less bass, for example, and when everybody ate the dessert or something like that, you can put more bass if you want. You saw here directly here the master here, and I think it's okay for and of course at the end the booth level, because you can have one master with we will see in the connections at the end, one master with XLR and SCR, and a booth level with jack output. And I didn't notice this in this part, but you have an aux input here. You can apply an FX if you want. Aux input allow you to put a CDG if you want, but you have those line here. But it's more cool because you can put a smartphone if you want. Smartphones have a little line output, so you can put I think it's plus 12 dB, and you can have your trim control here. So it's cool, and you can apply an FX if you want, and you can execute somebody's demand if you want this track or this track, etc. So let's go to the deck part. So you will have a lot of things. The best things in this unit is the jog. So you're not in performance mode like a DDG 1000. You're really with a USB key, no computer. For this part of this video, you will have a performance video, performance mode video in another video in a week. So you are really in the key, USB key or Pro DJ Link part. So everything you see here, it's with the USB key. So you have a lot of information. You have the BPM, you have the pitch, you have the tempo settings, the key, your hot cue, the waveform, the time. You have time elapsed or remaining, master mode, sync mode, very cool. Sleep mode if you want. So very cool. And the jog is the same as a CDG 200 Nexus 2, so you can have a very long backspin if you want, rotation, or you can have a little rotation. You can adjust the settings of the jog, the rotation, the force of the rotation. So let's go first for the transport. You have your play control, cue control. So cue, you can record a point directly on your track wherever you want. You can put a track here, up, cue if you want, or directly in the beginning of a track like you want. You have your track search and search in the track. You have your shift button, allow you to make some functions we will see after, like you can erase hot cue, loop cutter, etc. You have a sleep mode. If you don't know what is sleep mode, you can go directly, like I said in the beginning of the video, you can go in this page and see what is the sleep mode or quantize. Everything you don't understand, you can see it directly on this page, on the beginning of this video. Transport, so you can have your vinyl speed adjust. So you can have a break, you can have a start and a start break. Here is just a break. You can have a little break, very little, longer and longer. Your jog can be directly bending, so deceleration, acceleration on the color or on the platter, or you can scratch with vinyl mode. So you have the bending on the color, but scratch on the platter. You have your sync mode with the master. You have your instant double, so you can press longer and you will have the same track here. After tempo, master tempo, so you can easily, let me show you, have the tempo changed, but not the key. So like that, I change the tempo, of course the BPM and the key, but with master tempo. My key is the original key. You have a tempo reset here, so you can see something like that. And return to the original. So you can put wide, if, for example. It's pretty cool. So the pitch, large pitch, and everything is done for the transport. Let's see the of the part, loop, etc. So you have a reverse. You can make your reverse with or without sleep mode. So you reverse really the music here, or with sleep mode. You reverse, but the music still play underneath. After you can have 4-bit loop, 8-bit loop, 4-bit with a push, 8-bit with a long push, and you can edit the loop with the loop cutter and shift button, or here, like that. And shift, increase, decrease, or here. Pretty cool. You can of course make a manual loop. In, out. You can edit in and edit out if you want. And when the loop is done, like that, you can directly put it, if you want, in the pad. And it's done for that, reverse, loop, etc. And let's talk about the pad section. So you have odd cues, beat loop, slip loop, and beat jump. Odd cues are different points you can put and erase directly on your track. Let's see, for example, here. This point, I like this point. Or for example, this point. I can put it. And I can erase it. Of course, if I do a loop, I can put it like that too. So I can repeat this odd cue or my loop. And I can erase it with shift button. Beat loop allow you to make up to 32-bit loop, or 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, half, quarter beat. So you can have a bar here, or 2 bar, 4 bar, 8 bar. Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah, I think it's 8. After sleep mode, it's very cool because it's the same as the XDJ-RX2, so you can have those two great points, the 1 bar 3 or 3 bar 4 beat. It's very cool. So you can apply a sleep loop. It's like a roll. Let's see in the beginning of a track. Here. Of course, you can apply an FX if you want, or directly an FX here or here, like that, an echo. Or dub echo. You can apply what you want. And the beat jump. So the beat jump allow you to make a jump, of course, of 8 bits, minus 8 bit plus 8 bit, plus 4, minus 4, 2, minus 2, 1, minus 1. And I think it's done for all the functions. So like I said, this video is for the USB part and the Pro DJ Link part. We will see after in another video in the week, next day or in 2 days, the performance part, video part, and DVs part. That is great. There is a lot of function to use this product. So let's see the Pro DJing part. With a USB key, I can have my track directly on the deck 1, the deck 2. And it's only 2 deck if you have just the unit. But if you put this little unit, like an XDJ-700, you can check the track and share the BPM section, etc. when you plug it directly with an RCA for the audio, for the deck 4, channel 4, and with a Ethernet connection, because you have Ethernet port, we will see after in the connection. So let's see. So I have the deck 1, deck 2, and I check with the link part. You see, I have playlist. It's the deck 4, and let's take my track, for example, this one. No, this one, because we listen to the other one. And perform mode, and this channel here, line input. I put sync. I have my BPM here. I move the pitch here, and you see I have the modification here. So let's check sync, master. Let's put the real BPM here. So I can move differently. I can take my key. You see, I put my key on my XDJ. So I can check USB here. Okay, track, demo track, this one on the right. And I check link, you see, here, not control mode because it's performance mode, but USB. You see it's for deck 4, playlist, demo, and Mr. Robot, for example. It's the same, huh? And I have this track here from my USB key on the XDJ, and this track here from the same USB, but it's not on the XDJ-XZ, it's on the XDJ-700. So you can share tracks if you have a CDJ on the left, CDJ on the right. You can have 4 decks if you want. So it's pretty cool. And it's done for the put. No, it's not done, because you can have the link directly on the computer. So you choose. You can push it on the record box or push it here. And you have the same thing, you see. I can put Mr. Robo on the first deck. I can put Trittico on the second one. And I can put, if I want, another track. Let's I put an example. It's not a problem. So I have this one. No problem. This one. No. And this one. No problem. And everything comes directly from the computer, but the track is playing by the unit, not from the computer. It's just a drop, and after, if your computer crash, you don't have any problem. The track is directly on your unit. So everything is done for this Pro DJing Link part, and let's see the connections. For the front, please don't tell me to turn the unit. It's little heavy to do that. But in the back, you will have the power supply, the 2 mic input balance with jack 6/4 and XLR combo, the auxiliary input RCR, your line and phono input, the little ground if you need for your turntable. The sound, what is that? This sound allow you to output a signal directly from the 1, 2, 3 mic, etc., the FX input. So everything out here, you can do it to sample with your DGS 1000 if you need. You can, I tried, but it's not very, you have the phasing, so it's not pretty cool. But you can put an RMX 500 or 1000 if you want with the sound and return on the aux because you have little volume. It works, but not very fine, but you can try if you want. Your SEA output, master SEA, master XLR balance, jack for the boost balance, the USB port for the Pro DJ Link and for the performance mode and DVS mode, and the Ethernet connections for your computer for Pro DJ Link, and 2 for your DGS 1000, CDJ 200 or XDJ 700, 2700, like you want. And it's done for the XDJ-XZ from Pioneer DJ. The Pro DJ Link part, I told you that you will have another video just after in the week with the performance part, the DVS part and video part. I don't know which one will be in the first and second, etc. But it's the same video. It will be the same video. And if you have any questions about this unit, the XDJ-XZ, feel free. I don't know. I told you XZ, but it's perhaps it's not easy, but you understand. So if you have any questions about this unit, feel free to ask under the video, and I will answer with pleasure. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next content. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.